Hey guys, Jakob here. Welcome again from Koh Samui, Thailand. I've actually went on a trip with 10 other entrepreneurs for a mastermind here in this beautiful island. We're doing also Mai Tai every day, brainstorming ideas. The energy here is just crazy. But anyway, let's jump to the video. Today, I want to talk about the topic that been requested in our community called Agency Dudes multiple times. This is pretty much about hiring your first developers, but not when to hire, but rather the actual process of hiring. So how to hire best talent, especially technological talent, right? Like a developer, no-code developer, AI developer, and the origin developers pretty much. There are just so many different branches that they can go in their career and so many different names. But in the end, I just want to tell you about how you can properly hire a developer to your team. And I've hired tens of people to Delta Logic. We've been working with, I don't want to say 100, it's not 100 yet, definitely, but definitely with around 40 different people or 50 different people. We fired some guys, we hired new guys. So I have some learnings, tips and tricks that you can actually get out of this video. So maybe let's first talk about the biggest mistakes and things that you need to avoid when hiring a developer. First one is hiring too fast, okay? I know that you may just landed this big project and your client is requesting speed, a start date, but you don't have enough people in your team that can manage it and you need to hire someone fast. But really my recommendation is don't rush it, and you should really have a proper, a solid recruitment process. What I mean by that, it should never be random, okay? You should always have it set and you should always go through it every time you hire a new person. For example, in our side, we are always having the same job board platforms. We always do LinkedIn outreach with a message that we already cracked. Then from those job platforms, I mean, of course, the job offer itself is optimized for SEO and for certain people that are applying. So you should also crack the code on that. I don't want to tell you how to do it because every company is totally different and every needs are different. So you should just figure it out on your own. AI is great to brainstorm with that, but I'm just saying that you should have it set. And every time you need a new developer, you just reactivate this job offer. Now, the process itself, in my opinion, shouldn't take too long. I know that right now a lot of people in IT is complaining about 5-step processes, multiple coding tasks, live coding. It's not necessary. It just wastes your time and the applicant time. They are also not motivated to do that. I would definitely keep it short. In our case, it's pretty much 3-step process. It's very straightforward. Maybe you can get inspired out of this or you can figure out on your own. However, what we do is once we get the applicants coming, we have a ClickUp where we put them on. My executive assistant, she filters them out and only pick the relevant one based on the keywords, based on the resumes, based on the experience, universities, stuff like this. And then she puts them and all of the filtered one, we need to call them, okay? We do the initial call where we ask them just a couple of questions. We first of all check how communicative are they with some basic questions like how are you? We check their English. We ask them how is your typical day look like at your current job, what you've been working on. If they are, especially also for the full stack on our side, is we hire full stack engineers. However, they need to be more experienced with backend technologies and front end is just, let's say, a bonus. So we also ask them about it, like how comfortable are they? Because in our case, we are very transparent. So we say, hey, this is a full stack position, but there will be more challenges on the backend side. And this is how we make our decisions based on, right? So please be transparent with us because otherwise, after 1 month, basically, we will not work together anymore. Even if you manage to go through it, right? Like the recruitment process. So it's all about transparency here. Now, we ask them also about their compensation, like what kind of range they are looking for to later on make the offer. So we can also like negotiate with them. And then we also ask them for availability, okay? If they are working right now in another company, we ask them, hey, when can you leave? What's your contract right now? What are the terms when it comes to termination of your contract? If you can join us in like 1 month or 3 months, like all kind of initial details. We write it all down. If everything is fine, we give them the recruitment task and we invite them for the next HR step, which is a coding task. It's quite challenging. We've been trying multiple ones. After so many trials and error, we actually cracked one. And we asked them, hey, this is the most important thing in our recruitment process because based on this coding task, we will later ask you technical questions about what is your thought process, why did you develop it like that, how would you extend it, stuff like this, right? In the last step, we send them the recruitment tasks. We add our senior developer to the CC If they have any question, they can ask them right away. That's very important. We give them a deadline, 1 week. They do the task within a week. Our senior developer checks that if everything is fine, we invite them to the last step, which is the tech call. Now on this tech call, we ask them about the task itself, plus we ask them about some general IT questions. This takes around 1 hour. Once it's done, I sit with them and I check the vibe once more time, because in my opinion, every founder needs to be involved in the recruitment process, especially in the smaller company, at least for like 20 minutes to validate if this person really fits, and this is really crucial. Pretty much after that, we, depending on the number of candidates and situation, we say, okay, in 1 week we give you the decision. And now, based on compensation that they asked us and based on how recruitment process went, we also can provide them a proper offer. Pretty much with our experience, we know how much someone is really worth, how quick are they going to develop stuff, what our profit margin will be on them, and we make the decision. So this is how our recruitment process looks like. Again, very straightforward and very fast. When it comes to finding the top talent, as I mentioned, job boards, those are the best, but we also do LinkedIn cold outreach. They are great job platforms like Upwork and Fiverr. However, I wouldn't really use them for finding full-time employees. They are mostly for freelancers, contractors. Many times I actually ask my friends for referrals, like recommendations, and then I pay them the recruitment fee. So if a person is hired and comes from their recommendation and works a trial period in our company, we pay a referral bonus. Now, when it comes to attracting proper developers, talent pool, I think it really comes down to a couple of factors. One is definitely a money factor, right? The compensation. No one wants to work for free. I mean, if you can't offer competitive salary, at least you can try to offer them performance bonus or equity if it's a start, right? Like, there are a lot of people who are actually motivated by a vision of the company and by the future of it, and they don't really need the money right now. However, they want to work on something big and then profit later. Also, I think overall your company should be really interesting and you should solve real problems. Other thing is that when people join your company and you want to keep them for a long period of time, you should offer them a growth opportunities, okay? It might be a kind of a career path, so they join as a developer, they increase their coding skills, and then at some point, if they are better with clients, for example, they could be a consultants or they could be a team leads, having their own team of developers. I mean, you should definitely think about this. I'm not saying that it should be in the first initial stages of the company, but overall this is very important, especially in the bigger organizations. Some of the developers, they also want some benefits. So for example, we offer paid vacation plus a sports card, which give our developers access to every sports object in Poland. We give them a top-notch tech equipment, MacBook, wireless keyboard and mouse, 4K monitors, great place in our office. Then of course all of the office benefits like free Cola Zero, coffee, stuff like this. And then of course the great atmosphere at work. So that would be it when it comes to tips and tricks of hiring a first developers to your organization. If you're actually a freelancer or agency owner, if you want to learn from like-minded people, we just launched our community called Agency Dudes, and you can join it. We have around 100 people by the time I've recorded this. Feel free to click a link in the description and join our community. Thank you guys, and I see you in the next one.